So if you're playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which I imagine almost everyone watching this video has or is, well, as you explore the map you may have uncovered some really cool rare weapons, a complicated mystery, or a simple Easter egg, which is Rockstar's way of nodding at something. Today I thought we'd take a look at some of the secrets that are in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now I do want to note this is just some of the many secrets in this game, so if you wish to see me uncover more of the secrets and maybe make this into a series, leave a like and let me know down in the comment section below. Nonetheless, let's start with the most talked about Easter egg, which is involving a UFO alien flying saucer ship of sorts. So this Easter egg begins right above or well north of Emerald Ranch and Emerald Station, being a bit more specific in the letters N and O of New Hanover. It's slightly north, right next to a little pond. Once you arrive to this location, you make your way to a house that's right next to the pond and make your way inside. You'll find tons of dead bodies, skeletons, and you can scavenge around finding a cigarette card, aged pirate rum, which is located under the chimney, among other things. But most important is for you to head to the table in front of the fireplace and read the letter that's there. What it says is, "Mysterious sermon, at the second hour under the half moon by the great love and grace of our Savior, Kukowaba, voyager of time and galaxies, we cast off of our corporal shells, so his vessel can take our spirits to the promised realm, to live in peace and power until the 2000th year, when we will return for the new chosen and worship once again at the peak of Mount Shan. In his love we rejoice always." Now, based on the contents of this letter and the mention of the second hour under the half moon, you need to sleep or come back at around 2 a.m. In doing so, you'll walk in to see a UFO flying above you, and you can shoot at it and just look at it for about 2 in-game hours before it flies away, or if you leave the house, it'll immediately fly away. This is a very mysterious Easter egg, and nobody really knows what it could mean, if anything. Grand Theft Auto 5 had mysteries like this involving multiple UFOs. Personally, I would love if this was a tease at a supernatural Cowboys vs. Aliens single-player DLC, similar to the zombie-themed Undead Nightmare Red Dead Redemption God, but that's more of just a hope, at least for right now. So next we have is the Bigfoot Easter egg, and this one is located in West Elizabeth, right around Mount Shan. After I soak in this view, as you can see Blackwater and other locations in the distance, what's uncovered are a bunch of bones belonging to something that is clearly not human, but looks like a Bigfoot. Not much else can be added about this, but Grand Theft Auto 5 had a Bigfoot Easter egg of sorts, and obviously in Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare DLC, there was a mission involving hunting down the last remaining Bigfoot in Tall Trees, which is also part of West Elizabeth, which was given by the same Bigfoot hunter that was also in Grand Theft Auto 5, and there has been some rumors of him appearing in Red Dead Redemption 2, but at least right now I haven't been able to confirm that. If you're in need of some cash, this next mystery is an easy $1,500 in-game. It's called The Strange Statues, and it begins with you coming upon some ancient paintings. This is located just north of Valentine, and more specific, it's right on the window rock marker, and after Arthur Morgan inspects this site and makes a drawing of it in his notebook, you'll next be heading north of Bacchus Bridge, and I'd say finding this location is a little bit complicated. You just need to find the entrance, and once you make your way inside, you'll be met with multiple statues, but first Arthur Morgan inspects the sculptures, makes a note of it in his journal, and to unlock the special reward, you have to follow the pattern I do. So yeah, you get 3 gold bars, which if I remember correctly, go for around $500 in game each and can be sold to a fence. So this next item is actually a rare weapon that you can uncover, and I would say this is actually very simple to find and obtain. Just south of Kaliga Hall, you need to make your way to one of these small islands that are on the map, and once you arrive, it's important to be very careful because the location is usually loaded with alligators, but once you make your way through, you just need to get to the broken ship which has the broken sword, there for you to obtain. Now after you obtain it, you'll be able to find it in your compendium with a description that reads, "An old and rare pirate cutlass. With a long snapped blade and decorative golden handguard, this relic was found lodged inside an abandoned boat run adrift in the swamplands surrounding Saint Denis. With a longer range than most bladed melee weapons, this is still a practical combat weapon despite its age." Overall, I only used this weapon a few times, as you can see with me taking down a baby alligator, but it seemed pretty cool. I haven't really used many melee weapons because it's not really my taste, but it's an interesting and unique weapon that maybe you want or need to add to your collection. Now, other than finding a pirate item, if you make your way to the Ansburg region of the map, you'll find a Viking burial site, where you can collect some pretty cool items. So first, you'll need to travel just south of the Roanoke Valley marker on the map, and once you find your way there, you'll find the burial site with multiple skeletons lying around. There's multiple entrances into this site, but once you make your way to the center, you'll first inspect the location in which Arthur adds it to his journal, but you'll also find a Viking hatchet, but don't leave yet because if you inspect the site further and walk around a little bit, you'll eventually find a Viking helmet. To make this easier finding, you can also use Eagle Eye to highlight the helmet, but like the pirate sword, the Viking hatchet will be added to the compendium, which now has a description that says, "A rare ancient hatchet, engraved all over with Nordic patterns and bound with leather. This melee weapon was found at an old stone altar in the Roanoke Valley area of New Hanover, lodged into a skull. This hatchet can also be thrown." Yeah, but I used this hatchet a few times, wreaking havoc on the innocent souls I wandered upon, but I'm not sure there really is many differences between this and the regular hatchet or some of the tomahawks, but it certainly looks a lot cooler. So this is one of the mysteries. I'm still not sure if it's been completed or maybe there's more to it, but just north of Bacchus Bridge, there's a hill house that looks like Rockstar's nod to Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, and more specifically the Shire region of those movies. Also, this location is very close to the strange statue site, so if you make your way over there, don't forget to check out this place. But as you wander to this house, Arthur again will make a drawing of it in his journal and wonder who lived here. And if you look closely at this house, you'll notice some windows, a few barrels, and a wagon, but also a strange turtle-like symbol above the front door. Interestingly, if you played through early parts of the story, there's a certain mission in which a turtle is on some people's shirts, so maybe that's what it's connected to, maybe? It's still really hard to say for sure. Now going back to Ansburg, this time just above the Roanoke Valley marker, you'll find a small house that's very close to a cliff. Anyway, once you eventually make your way inside, you'll find a mess of dead bodies in which it appears everyone was killed by a meteor that came down from the sky and pretty much blew their bodies into pieces. It's a pretty graphic scene, but after you scavenge the house for all the supplies, make sure to grab the meteorite, which you can sell for a solid amount of cash, and once you get outside, you'll also need to inspect the site and make note of it in Arthur's journal. I really just don't know how to describe this next Easter egg. It's just kind of a crazy woman of sorts who's for some reason chained up and looks and acts like a lunatic. It's located right next to the Braithwaite Manor in Rhodes, and I think it's best I just let the footage speak for itself.
Want a kiss?
What?
Find your way home. Yes. Oh, Becky. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 7, 6, 4, 5, 11, 2, 1, 2, 10, 3, 5, 8, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 29, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 8, 9, 3. 1, 2, 4, 7, 59.
I don't know if the numbers mean anything or if there's more to this, but it certainly is strange. Finally, to the last Easter egg of this video, it's one that actually connects to Red Dead Redemption, the 2010 installment. In that game, we met a lady who always had trouble with men, something that she notes to John Marston for why she never has settled down, and this Easter egg is evidence of that. Now, you'll need to head all the way to the south of New Hanover to the shoreline, in which a corpse will be located there, and once you make your way to the site, there will be tons of valuables that can be recovered, but once you go to search the body, well, this happened.
Whoa, I thought you was already gone. Tell her I never stopped.
So yeah, this is a reference to Bonnie McFarlane, and the letter is pretty sad. It says, "Letter to Bonnie McFarlane. Dear Miss McFarlane, I'm sorry I said it, I'm sorry, you're right. I do let things get out of control in my head, I always have, I see that, but I love you. We are meant to be together, it is our destiny, I know it is. I saw you in a dream, raising kids, you were very happy as my wife, and I was proud to be your husband. Dreams don't lie, and neither do I. I'm heading off to make my fortune, and when I come back, a rich man, you'll see what a fine husband I will make you, and a father to our children, and no, I won't grow up. On that subject, you're wrong. I've got so many things to say to you. I'm going to continue with the writing of this letter later, but believe me when I say, we are destined for a long, happy life together. Even your father will come to believe it and accept me, no matter how humble my birth." The sad thing is, even in Red Dead Redemption, 12 years later, we all knew she had some interest in John Marston, but John was a family man and nothing ever happened. But eventually she did get married by 1914, so obviously that bad luck did not last forever. Anyway, again, these are just some of the many Easter eggs, myths, and secrets that are in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you guys want this made into a series, let me know by hitting that like button, leave a comment below with maybe some of the cool secrets that you've uncovered, and of course subscribe. But thank you for watching, and remember, Outlaws for life.